Well. Do y'all watch The Office? It's one of my favorite television shows. I know it's old, but I still watch it over and over again. It brings me comfort. It brings me comfort. It distracts me in a wonderful way. I watch it at the end of the day. I have a routine at night. I either watch Frasier, the old episodes of Frasier, The Office, Parks and Recreation, baby. That's another one of my favorites, baby. And The Big Bang Theory. But let's talk about The Office for a minute, because something happened today when I was watching TV, and I'm sure you've heard everybody talking about it. It's blowing up right now on the internet. But I actually watched it live on television. Daddy Dumpy Pants was up there speaking in the Oval Office, and a reporter had asked him, when was the last time he talked to Gavin Newsom? And Daddy looked a bit confused, and then he said, I talked to him yesterday. The only problem with that is he didn't talk to Gavin Newsom on the phone yesterday at all. And Gavin Newsom has come out to say he didn't speak to Daddy yesterday. So it begs the question. Who was he on the phone with? Y'all remember, hell, back about a few months ago, he said that he had talked to Lee Iacocca on the phone, and Lee Iacocca told him that his tariff plan was going to be the most magnificent, tremendous, fabulous, marvelous thing that has ever happened to the auto industry here in the USA. Oh, and by the way, a couple auto companies have moved their business out of the USA as of today. But anyway, y'all remember that? He was talking to Lee Iacocca, who's been dead for a couple years now. And then a whole lot of people said, that's not what he said. He said he talked to a man that talked to Lee Iacocca. Honey, that's given a friend of mine had a question. When everybody knows it's really you that had the question. Yes, honey. I'm pretty sure Daddy thought he was talking to Lee Iacocca on the phone, just like yesterday he thought he was on the phone with Gavin Newsom. But I say all this to say it's given The Office in so many ways. Y'all remember the episode where Creed had to become manager while they were looking for a new manager after Dwight shot his pew-pew off in the office and all that? Yes. Yes, they let Creed be the manager. And Creed was calling up customers and telling them that they were going out of business. So everybody in the office decided to reroute Creed's phone line out of the main office into Pam's phone line. So when he thought he was talking to customers and buyers and stuff, he was really just talking to Pam, doing different voices. That's the first image that popped into my head. That is the first image. And if I knew anything about editing, I would have got the clip for you and made a cute little edited video. But we can visualize. We can visualize in our minds. But yes, it's given Creed today. He don't know who he's talking to. But it begs the question, whose phone is he being rerouted to? I have a guess. I have a sneaky suspicion that Daddy's phone line is actually routed into Stephen Miller's office, and Stevie just picks it up and pretends like he's Gavin Newsom or Voldemort Poontang. Daddy thought he talked to Voldemort Poontang the other day for an hour and 15 minutes. He was really just talking to Stevie. Just like he talks to Lee Iacocca. Oh, baby. Whew. Elderly abuse is on display every day up there in the White House. The White House. Anyway, it's sad is what it is. It's sad is what it is. You know another thing that's sad? Y'all remember this little photo from the other day? Y'all remember this photo from the other day? Yes, honey, you ain't never gonna believe this. Yes, y'all remember that. Well, get this, honey. You ain't never gonna believe this. The MAGA people, honey, you know, the ones that drank the Kool-Aid and would just bend and contort themselves in weird ways in order to support, the orange guy. Since all of us are talking about Daddy being senile and can't even climb a flight of stairs, they've taken that photo and tried to take back the narrative by saying that that's what happens when your balls are so big. If you just so happen to be MAGA and you think that that is a flex to say that, you would be absolutely wrong, like you are about most things. It is not a flex to say that he is tripping over his saggy ass, old, deflated balls. They really thought that was a flex. You know why they're so obsessed with that photo of him coming down the golden escalator? Because it's the only time that he has descended or ascended a flight of stairs and didn't almost bust his face. That's why. Oh, and by the way, MAGA, I do believe the saying goes, the stairway to hell is a golden escalator. That's right. That's right. The stairway to hell just so happens to be a golden escalator. I guess nobody ever told them that when they was at church on Sunday. They all claim that they go to church on Sunday. I have a feeling they're the kind of people that go to church on Sunday for the free church picnic and buffet, and then are right back to committing sins on Monday. But either way, yes, maybe he needs a new Air Force One that has an escalator. My goodness, these people tripping over his big balls. That is not the flex you think it is, honey. That is not the flex you think it is. And just remember, when Stephen Miller pushes him down the stairs and cracks his head, he just tripped over his big balls.